Let's start with animations. And this, of course, again, is a challenge for you. Make sure that these switches between the different routes are animated. Of course, choose any animation of your choice or whatever you like. Animating the transition between routes is easy, as we learned in the last module. All we have to do is go in the app view file where we have our router view and add a transition here. Now in this transition, we'll place the router view, and then we can choose any name. Let's say we name our animation slide. This will influence which CSS classes we're using. I'll set the mode to out in to first animate the old route out before adding the new one. Well, with this, I go to my styles here, and then I want to add the slide enter, since I named it slide here, slide enter active class, and I'll add the slide leave active class. These are the only two classes I need because I'm going to use animations. So I'll set up some keyframes here for slide in, for example, where I want to animate from somewhere to somewhere. And this somewhere is in the from case that I want to have this nice sliding animation. So I will translate y minus 30 pixels and set the opacity to 0. And the goal is to then reach transform translate y of 0, so the end position of this item, and set the opacity to 1, of course. Now all handled in this keyframe. And I also need keyframes for sliding it out, of course, because there I want to animate this in the opposite direction. So therefore here I will set up a from position of translate y 0 because I want to start at the real position of this element. And the opacity, of course, is 1. And the goal is to then go to transform translate y minus 30 pixels and set the opacity to 0. So this will fade and slide it. And now I can use these keyframes here in my classes with the animation keyword or property play slide in when entering a route over, let's say, 200 milliseconds, ease out and then forwards to keep the end position. And upon leaving, I also want to play animation slide out. It is also 200 milliseconds, ease out and forwards. And that's just all it should take. These few keyframes and classes together with the transition component wrapping our router view with the name slide setup. Slide, of course, here refers to the names these classes then have to have. And with this in place, we already see a nice animation here. So let's fill our portfolio to also see the change there. Looks good. So now we got the animation in place. Let's now wrap this app up by making the save and load buttons work, or the drop down to begin with.